So you've decided to buy an e-bike. I had a great question from a viewer, and he was asking the specs of this. And I had no real definitive answer for him. It's a custom built, they're kit bikes, I believe. But the guy I get this from, he adds all the brakes and so you can get better aftermarket parts. One of the things I notice about these is after you've been riding a while, you kind of got to make sure that brake screws are nice and tight. Your side screws, make sure everything's tight.
Gotta go get my supper.
See you later, bud. Here goes O'Neill. Yeah, you just want to make sure all your brake screws are tight after about 2 or 3 weeks. Just make sure they're all tight. Other than that, these are pretty low maintenance. I believe it's a 74 volt controller. I don't know the battery specs. I'm so sorry. It's a 7,000 or a 5,000 hub motor that'll peak at 7,000 watts. Full suspension. Fully adjustable suspension. Front and rear. As you can see, this one's pretty dirty. My other bike's actually even dirtier. When I bought this bike, I actually had enough money at the time to order 2 of them. And I did that with a very specific reason in mind, that being that if this one breaks or needs to go in repairs, I'm not out of ride, and I actually have a second bike. Its top speed is about 90 kilometers, although I can use the computer and reset some parameters. For example, right now it's set up for a 22-inch rear wheel, but if I lower that to 17 point something inch wheel, it'll increase my torque and power output. It tricks the motor into thinking it's a smaller diameter wheel. And it'll give me a higher output. This unit does have pedal assist, but I don't have it actually activated right now. So this bike is completely, totally full throttle. There's no pedaling. In the event your battery does go dead, he has provided it with a pretty decent sized flywheel on the front. So you do have the option to pedal it, although you're pedaling about an 80-pound bike, maybe 90 pounds, so it does get it's definitely only for short-term solution. And especially if you're out in the yeah, this is an 18-inch wheel. Maybe that means an 18-inch hub motor. Not sure. Anyway, they're minor maintenance. There's not a whole lot of maintenance needs to be done on these. Like I say, it's mainly just checking that your screws are still retained tight. the first couple of weeks, I was having problems with my other bike, just rough riding. This one, I don't ride it as rough, so I haven't had the problems. But the issues on these mainly are inside here, components getting unplugged, controller boxes getting jostled out of place and coming unplugged. My biggest one I had was a motor sensor fault, which meant that this cable here that ran here inside, it actually became unplugged through bouncing around and whatnot. So as I was bouncing around, the component part in here that connects the motor, the plug came unplugged. My thought initially was, when I actually reopened it up and attached the plug, was to tape it. I taped it up, although you might want to even put a drop of super glue on it, that kind of thing. Yeah, put on a drop of super glue on the connectors. Chances are you're never going to need to replace those connectors once you've permanently connected them. So that is a solution that you can use, either tape or just the actual super glue or Gorilla Glue. Put that on the edge of it, right? And the other problem is controllers. Hey, controllers coming loose. And what happens is the controller sits on top here, and on my other one, just continued riding, kept breaking it off. And so I stuffed all the empty space inside of here on my other one with oven mitts. And the reason I used oven mitts was temperature, just in case that when the motor and the controller gets overheated, it's not actually going to damage inside, since the space is taken up. There's no rattling, and just like an absorber. I don't have to actually have the controller fixed to the bike. It's just sitting inside in space created by these oven mitts. So small quick fix. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Just some short, small tips. If you buy one of these, you are gonna have to do maintenance once a month. And it's, like I say, it's just small things, making sure screws are tight, making sure stuff hasn't come unclipped or anything like that. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. There's your answers. I know they're not the best, but you've bought an e-bike. Now what? See you later, guys.